Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to work on my motorcycle a little bit. So my idea here is to take the caliper off and then be able to get in there and see if I can adjust the or even squeeze them, lubricate it or something, because I'm sure it's got corrosion or rust on there and it's keeping that cylinder from moving. I can actually feel the pressure whenever I squeeze the handle, actually making it to the caliper. I'm going to put just a little bit of penetrating oil around where this piston comes out of the caliper, and I'm going to take a clamp and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on it and see if I just can't persuade it to move in order to get it to come loose. And you have to be real careful about doing this because you don't want to put too much pressure on that and bust this housing or something. That'd be bad. I can't get it to budge. So I'll tell you what happened with it. I did get it fixed, or at least I think I did. I took the caliper completely off, and I was taking a clamp and trying to press that piston back inside the caliper, like to free it up, and couldn't get it to budge. I mean, I worked on it and worked on it, could not get it to even flinch at all. So I got to thinking, I was like, well, I'm going to take the caliper loose and I'm going to try a different tactic, maybe even kind of a little shock, and I'll take the line loose from it, take it over to my workbench and kind of just tap it and see if I can kind of shock that corrosion loose. So anyways, I took the brake line loose from the caliper, and then I squeezed the piston, and the piston closed right up. And I was like, really? You mean it's in the brake line somewhere? Wow, I never would have imagined that. Especially, I could feel whenever I would squeeze the handle, I could feel it try to put pressure to the caliper. So what I did, I got me a guitar string. I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but I got a guitar string. And there's a little tiny hole on the inside of this banjo fitting. And I took this guitar string and run in there, and it would stop. It would hit something solid right about in here. And so I kept messing around with it, and then finally, just kept messing with it and twisting it around and poking at it and stuff, and then it finally poked through it, and I ran that guitar string the entire length of that line, and then whenever I pulled it out, my brake lever is free. There's actually brake fluid coming out of this right now because it's lower than the lever, and so the brake fluid is now flowing, and that's what the problem was. There's some sort of obstruction in this brake line causing that whole problem. So you live and you learn. I worked for 2 hours on this brake caliper trying to finesse it. I didn't want to just get in there and just beat it all to pieces and break something in there. But I was putting some pressure on it and working on it and taking my time with it, and it wasn't even the problem. It was this brake line having an obstruction in it. So anyways, we got that. We're going to put it back together and see if our front brakes work. Top off the brake fluid, and that should have it. The lever feels nice and firm on it. We should be good right there. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see right there. And it don't take much either. I'm just barely squeezing the handle that ought to work out pretty good right there. And it releases as soon as you release the lever, the brakes release, so that's a good sign. Everything's working good right there. Well, she rides. Still backfires whenever you let off the gas. But if you're just holding the gas steady, I took it down to the end of our road. Man, I say this every year. I've never seen wind like this, but it is windy up here on top of the ridge. But anyways, man, you can take that thing down the road and it'll cruise 30, 40 miles an hour, which I was just on my little 1-lane road. I didn't want to get it up to 55, but I mean, still, whatever throttle you hold it at, it's steady as can be, purrs like a kitten. But when you let off the gas, man, it backfires and stuff. So maybe somebody can help me out on that. Let me know what that is. Could be the exhaust. The exhaust that's on it is off of a Honda, and it's got supposed to have a split, which one side of it is just an open hole in the exhaust. That's why it's loud. A buddy of mine put that on there just because they didn't have an exhaust for it. So I don't know. But anyways, any recommendations would help. Guys, if you like videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching.